Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles 4 plays into his New York Jets career. It was very, very sad. And it just seems like, the Jets, they had this great team that they assembled, whether it be the defense, the run game, the weapons seem solid. I'm still defending Robert Saleh. I think Robert Saleh is not the problem in New York, and I'll kind of get to that in a little bit. But man, oh man, Aaron Rodgers, he seems determined to come back from this injury. I mean, it just seems like Aaron Rodgers is throwing out possibilities of him returning the same season he tore his Achilles. I mean, could you imagine if Aaron Rodgers comes back in less than 100 days from tearing his Achilles and plays in an NFL football game? Now, do I think it's going to happen? Probably not, but I'm not ruling any scenario out when it comes to Aaron Rodgers because, listen, modern medicine is a huge aid in today's NFL, and Aaron Rodgers to me is the most talented quarterback I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes, okay? So if anyone can come back within a season from a torn Achilles and still find a way to sling that football around and score touchdowns, it's that man Aaron Rodgers, okay? But here's the thing. Whether Aaron Rodgers returns or not from his major injury sooner rather than later, he has inspired confidence in the New York Jets building. The Jets play for Aaron Rodgers, okay? We saw it on opening night. Aaron Rodgers goes down. Everyone thinks that it's going to be a disaster. The team found a way to rally around that and win that game for Aaron Rodgers. A lot of credit to the coaching staff and the players for believing and being inspired by Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers right now is the only reason why the Jets have hope because it seems like they whiffed on Zach Wilson. They don't really have a contingency plan outside of Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. The offense is really, really struggling now that Zach Wilson and the likes of Tim Boyle are being called upon to run the show. And again, Tim Boyle is one of Aaron Rodgers' buddies, so maybe Aaron Rodgers has something to do with this a little bit. But regardless, Aaron Rodgers has inspired confidence in this organization in ways they have not had confidence being thrown their way in really forever. I mean, outside of the Jets Super Bowl year, when have the Jets really had an opportunity or a reason to be super excited? The Jets have hope because of Aaron Rodgers. He's inspiring teammates, and just the fact that Aaron Rodgers is around that building and constantly, around the team while rehabbing, has given this team a lot of confidence, and it's made them respect Aaron Rodgers a lot more. They're willing to go to battle for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers could very much be sitting at home in his mansion, just chilling, rehabbing, and sitting by his couch and watching TV. Aaron Rodgers does not need to be on the sidelines of these games. He could very much be at home, just chilling and rehabbing away from the team. But Aaron Rodgers chooses to stay committed and connected in the building with his teammates. Is that not leadership? I think it is. And I think you get my overall point right here. Because Aaron Rodgers is saying, hey, if this team isn't mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, if I'm cleared to play, I'm going to go out there and suit up and play. And so the Jets, they're fighting for Aaron Rodgers. And you love to see that. And some people are saying, oh, Aaron Rodgers brings in his buddies, Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard. He's tearing down the team. Aaron Rodgers just wants attention because he's coming back from an Achilles and he wants a spotlight on him. Baloney! Baloney. How dare you disrespect Aaron Rodgers like that? This is a guy that potentially had a career-ending injury and is battling his way back to be on the football field. How dare you guys come out there and say Aaron Rodgers is a diva for trying to come back from an historically bad injury. I mean, it's disgusting the way Aaron Rodgers is discussed in the media sometimes, but I will say, I don't know how this Aaron Rodgers fiasco is going to end. It could end in a Super Bowl. It could end in a major disaster, but Aaron Rodgers with the Jets, it feels like a feel-good story. It really, really does. And I'm excited to see Aaron Rodgers suit up whenever he does suit up again for the Jets because he inspires confidence in this team. And, yeah, I mean, when it comes to Rodgers, it's a huge, huge risk, even him coming back to play football again. But at this point, what does Aaron Rodgers have to lose? I mean, I don't think he really has anything to lose. So Aaron Rodgers is out to prove people wrong. That's been his whole motto. Had to go to JUCO college. Doubted at Cal, was not the first overall pick in his draft class when he should have been the unanimous first overall pick looking back on history. But when you look at Aaron Rodgers, the minute you tell him he can't do something, he's going to try to prove you wrong. So, look, I think that if Rodgers can come back healthy at some point, next season, the Jets are a viable potential Super Bowl threat. But only time will tell. But it's a really good feel-good story. And Aaron Rodgers has inspired confidence in this building in ways they've never had confidence in the past. And it's a really good thing to see.